Hey guys, it's Friday. It's time for a demo. So this is going to be part one of another big project that I've been talking about. Been kind of telling you guys we had a big project coming up. So I don't know how many videos, again, this is going to take. Probably 3 or 4 at least. In between there may be some other videos because Vicki and I next week we're taking off for California and we're going to have some other videos in there. But this would be the first one on the making of this project. So let me tell you how this came about. On Instagram, somebody posted. Jeremy Crawford actually posted a picture of a sign that I made for Johnny Brook. You guys might have seen that round one that said Crafted Workshop. It came out really cool. I was really happy with it. But anyway, out of the blue, Jeremy posted that and gave me a shout out on his Instagram. He's got Countryside Workshop. And so I got back to him and he said he'd love it if I could make a sign for his podcast, because he does a podcast with 2 other people, with Drew Short, Rockin' H Woodshop, I think, and then Sam Wooddell. I think I'm pronouncing that correct, and that's of Sam Ryan's Designs. Anyway, and so I started watching their podcast, and he sent me their logo. So that's what this is going to be about. This, again, maybe 3, 4, 5 videos, but they've got a super cool logo. I'm really excited about doing this one. So I've had to think about it for a couple weeks, trying to figure it out in my mind exactly how I wanted to do it, but I think I got it down now. So what we're going to do, so these are the 3 people that, and they all have amazing Instagrams and or YouTube channels on their own. So they are all terrific woodworkers. So I hope I do them justice by putting this sign together. I hope it comes out and they like it. So anyway, and then don't forget, at the end of this video, we've got a big announcement coming up that we're really excited about as well. So we're going to change, kind of clear off this bench and get into this and move on to getting this thing made. All right, guys. So here's what we got. I'm going to make this board. This video actually, or this sign, is going to be several scenes of just making this board. So I'm starting off with a 2-inch redwood, 1.5 net, and I've got to have about 10 inches or a little bit less than 10 inches top to bottom. So I've just ripped some pieces. I run through the table saw and then the jointer, so it's got a nice. So I know I've got a really nice seam here, and I've got them numbered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these up. I've got these jet clamps. These clamps, you guys that are woodworking, a lot of you guys know of these clamps. These types of clamps, I don't even know what kind of clamps they call them, but they're cool. They're much better than my normal.
Parallel clamp.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it says on the end.
Yeah.
I was looking at the wrong end. Anyway. But I really like these clamps much better than my normal pony clamps, my pipe clamps. So understand, guys, this really isn't my forte as far as gluing this up, and I'm making this for some woodworkers that they specialize in this kind of stuff. So I'm not an expert at this by any means, but I'm just going to do what I do. I'm pretty good at following a line with a router. That's kind of my gig. But here's what I'm going to do. So I got a new toy. I got a little glue bot, and this is, again, you guys have seen this if you watch very many woodworkers. So I am going to glue these up. Let's see, I'm going to do that and that, and so this glue bot, I've kind of played with it a little bit. Actually, I really wish I'd opened that. I'm going to open that up a little bit more. I think I'm going to go a little bit. I want more glue. Oh, by the way, I've got a sacrifice piece down on my bench, so I don't glue to my bench. It's always kind of a, yeah, see, that's much better. I'd rather have way more glue than I need than not enough. But this glue bot is really cool. I was using a mustard bottle for a long time, which works, and it worked fine for me. But it was time for me to kind of upgrade and I want to get a little bit more into manufacturing some different kinds of boards and stuff. Alright, so this glue bot is really cool. I really like it. I'll have a link to this down in the description below. So then I got this little roller. I've seen these a lot too. So I got a little speedball roller for spreading that glue around, making sure that I've got complete coverage on there. And I like it. It's cool. I love new toys. I love new toys. Woohoo! You guys know what I'm talking about.
You didn't go all the way to the end down there.
Huh?
You didn't go all the way to the end.
Oh, thank you. Oh, by the way, so I want to end up with about somewhere around 10 inches by 24 inches on this board. So I cut my boards 28. I wanted to give myself at least a couple inches at both ends. Oh, that's so much better than I was before. I was using a little piece of cardboard and stuff, and I could have used, honestly, the Gorilla Glue on this, guys, but I kind of wanted to play with that glue bot a little bit, and this roller, just to make sure everything was good. I think I'm good there. All right, so I'll be cleaning that with water here in a few minutes when I'm done. Let's see, that goes there, and this goes there. I've got my boards marked 1, 2, and 3, so I know those are, this is the surface, this is the front of the board of the sign, by the way. So this should make a nice joint. Got a nice squeeze coming out there. And then I'm going to put this in the center from this side, keep it from bowing on me. And that should give me a nice tight seam. Something I was forgetting what I was going to say. No, I think that's... So again, I'm 2 inches longer than I need, or 4 inches longer, 2 inches on each end than I need to be, and I'm a little bit wider. I think I've got about 1 inch to play with top to bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that set, and then we'll get in the next scene. We're actually going to glue up some different material, but you guys will kind of see that in the next scene. So I think that is about it for now. We'll be back in a minute. So anyway, here's that glue bot and the speedball. And oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. These links to these products with my Amazon affiliate number will be in the description below. So you'll see those. We'll talk about that more though. All right, guys, we'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, we're back. So here's what we got. I took this redwood. This is what I glued up earlier, and I let it sit overnight. Took it off the clamps. So now we've got a piece that's about 10.5 by 28. This piece is going to end up being 24 long by just around 10 inches tall. I may rip off that deal there, so I'm going to trim it up. I've got to surface it down, but I got really good seams with those clamps, so I got really good seams. I'm happy with it, but I'm going to run it through my, I'm going to take this glue stuff off and run it through my thickness planer and get it nice surface all the way down and trim it down. So then what my next step is, and this is what my plan on this sign is, I'm going to frame the whole thing in pine. So I'm going to have redwood in the meat of the sign, and then it's going to be framed in pine. And that's what we're going to glue up right now. So what I've, we're going to, I've got to set up the clamps and stuff. So we'll be right back and we'll glue up that pine. All right, guys, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to take that piece of redwood that we showed before, and we're going to frame the whole thing in pine. So what I've got to do here is I've got to glue this pine up. and hopefully do it to where it I'm trying to talk and pour glue at the same time, which I'm not really good at. But anyway, so understand, guys, I am not a furniture maker, and that's what makes this actually even a little bit more intimidating for me, because I'm making this for people that are really good at this kind of stuff, and I'm definitely not good at this kind of stuff. So, oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, when I did this, when I glued that redwood up, I'm using Tight Bond 2. That's the kind of glue that I'm using here. That should be enough. So that's the glue I'm using. Even though I'm hoping that this is all going to be an interior sign, I don't think it's going to be exterior. I would hope not. But so anyway, again, guys, this is not my forte, so don't, if there's guys out there that have a better process than what I'm using, I'm sure there's lots better processes than what I'm using. I'm a sign guy, and I just kind of do the best I can with what I know. And so what I'm going to have, hopefully by the time this is all done, I'm going to have a trim of pine all the way around, 3 boards thick, on that redwood, if all goes well. If not, then I've got extra wood for the fireplace. Sure and get that glue spread out all over the place. Again, there might be a better, I'm sure you guys that do this all the time might have a better option.
Just the spot.
Yeah. What do you think? Did I get it all covered now? Oh, no, a couple little spots there. So now what I've got to be careful, because it's going to be, this is the top and the bottom trim. I got to try and be careful and not glue it all together. So that goes there, that goes there, this goes back to back, that goes there, that goes there. Hopefully. Clamps on from this side. Make sure that gets plenty of glue squeezing out there. So then I've got some little pieces as well that are going to be the ends. So I'll glue those up. So I'm going to do, these pieces here are going to be the ends of the boards. Again, it's going to be 3 pieces frame all the way around. So I'm going to do those off camera. And that looks like I've got a pretty good glue seams in there. And then once this is all dry, then I'll surface it off and make my frames. And then on Monday's video, we'll frame that whole piece of redwood out and move on and get to the fun part, or at least the fun part for me. Maybe this is the fun part for you guys. So let me clean up my mess here a little bit, and then we'll come right back for the final scene on today. Hey guys, all right, so on Monday's video, we're going to put that pine together, framed around the redwood, hopefully get that board all done, and then move on with the making of that sign, get that logo laid out on there, and get to the fun stuff. I'm looking forward to carving that. It's going to be fun. I've got a special border in mind. I haven't completely nailed down exactly how I'm going to do the border, but I have something in mind. I hope it works out. So that's that. Now next week, so that's going to be Monday's video is that, and then Wednesday's video, I've got something special. It's a quick video, but it's about your router bits and how to tell when they're dull. So that's going to be Wednesday's video. Friday's video is going to be another big sign carvers of the day. And Vicki and I are actually going to be in California most of the week next week, but we'll have those videos lined up. And we may do something from California while we're over there. That I'm not sure of yet. Anyway, we're going over to have an early Christmas with the kids. So now, the big announcement. Through this podcast that I've been listening to, the Workshop 101 podcast, they had a guest on there not too long ago, and he talked about this thing going on back east. It's called Workbench Con, and it's going on in February. And we talked about it, and it turns out that Vicki and I are definitely going to go. Dad's not going to go, but Vicki and I are going to Workbench Con, and it's in Atlanta, which is kind of a different thing for us. We've never really done that before. So we're going to be there. It's February. Let's see. Yeah. When is it?
I think it's the 20th.
Yeah, February 22nd. 22nd, 23rd, 24th, I think. Kind of a Thursday, Friday, Saturday kind of deal. Anyway, so we are going to be in Atlanta in February. We're going to talk more about it as as time goes on, but we're definitely going to be there, and we'd love to meet with some. I know we've got some people kind of in that area. We're staying at the Marriott Marquis, I think. The Atlanta Marriott Marquis, which is kind of where everybody's staying that's going to this Workbench Con. Anyway, this Workbench Con, there's going to be some huge YouTubers there. Jimmy DiResta is going to be there. Johnny from Crafted Workshop's going to be there. Just all different kinds of. I'll put a link in the description on the Workbench Con. If any of you guys want to go and attend.
It's open to the public until they're sold out.
Yeah, it is open to the public. It's going to be a lot of makers. It's really geared around people that are on YouTube, Instagram, and social media that are making stuff. So this is really, I'm really excited about this. Number one, I'm excited about getting away with my wife for a few days, which hasn't happened for a while. But number two, just being around that environment. And number three, since we're going to be staying at the Marriott there, I think we're going to have some time where we can put together, if anybody's interested, we can put together and meet with some people. I know we've got a couple people that we've talked to already that are interested in coming and meeting us and just, kind of hanging out and shooting the bull. Anyway, guys, I hope this was helpful, and we will see you guys on Monday. So if you guys are interested in meeting with us at this thing in Atlanta, we'd love to meet up with you. We're going to set a time and kind of set a schedule, putting it together something where we can get together. Anyway, I'm excited about it. Vic and I are going to have fun.
More to come.
Yeah, we'll be talking more about it as the weeks go by. So anyway, guys, have a great weekend, and we will see you on Monday. We'll get that board made up and get moving on with it. See ya.